So, one of the most common, realizations that we come across whenever we're covering conservative content on this channel is the realization that the right is really good at basically rewriting history and weaponizing events that happened in ways that are not actually representative of how it went in order to create political propaganda. It's very, very common. We've seen it time and time again. But recently, I was going through Twitter and I saw something that surprised me. Hypers in chat, if you're familiar with this face. Here, I'll get rid of my webcam so you can see it. This face right here. The triggered face. The face that no doubt you have all seen many, many times in, thumbnails used by conservatives and memes, everything, right? It is the go-to, triggered face. Apparently, however, this face comes from a video. This video. And apparently the woman in the picture is actually not triggered. In fact, she's just expressive in the picture and speaks calmly to a yelling, angry conservative in said video. So I found the original video here. It is 5 years old. This actually might not even be the original. It might be an upload. It is 5 years old. Trump supporters shut down protesters. So you can tell this is definitely a conservative channel. Hope she's doing okay. That screen cap didn't ruin her life too much. She looks so angry in the meme, but actually pretty chill. Funny how things can be taken out of context so easily. And she became a meme over that? Messed up times we live in. She didn't deserve to get memed on. Those few frames really seemed to capture the triggered overreaction, but they were taken out of context, and she was reasonable throughout. What I can say is meme magic is a chaotic force. So as you can see, even the replies seem to agree that it was literally just an unfortunate pause screen. The lefty lady in that picture wasn't even triggered. So let's go ahead and watch the debate and see for ourselves. I have not seen this yet. All I've seen is the unanimous realization that the original video that picture comes from, she's not even triggered apparently. So let's watch.
I cannot be shot at I cannot return fire until shot at first. Okay. A kid that stands on the side of the road and throws grenades at my truck, I can't jump out of my truck and chase that kid down.
I want to remind you, by the way, this is during Gamergate. This debate, this is during Gamergate, so I want you guys to keep an eye out for parallels in where the Gamergate tier propaganda was at these protests, like the Gamergate era was, and what it is now. Look for the parallels and the differences. I think that's really important. Gamergate never ended. I think it's a reductive statement.
Because of Geneva Convention rules. But here, you can take and you can cut my head off, you can do whatever you want. Geneva Convention, okay, Iran takes 10 U.S. soldiers, what do? Put their hands behind their back and put them on the ground. That's against Geneva Convention. If we do that, if I do that to one of them, I go to prison. If I shoot a child that throws a grenade at me, I go to prison. If I shoot a terrorist without just cause, I go to prison.
Here's the problem though. Have you seen American Sniper? Yeah. You know how many people that man killed?
Been in the military?
You know how many people that man killed?
Yeah,
okay.
All bad people.
Hundreds,
Let me ask
400
you this.
people.
Good.
How many Americans?
You really think all those people were bad people? You think that if you do you know what the person that holds his number 2 record has? It's about 100 people. He has a 300 person gap. Do you think that he used the same amount of discretion as all those other people?
Why don't you think this person got used for the trigger image or the triggered image? Why don't you think they use this person? He seems pretty angry. He's yelling. He's a dude. Yeah, because a lot of it's misogyny. Back then specifically, it was a lot of anti-feminist stuff. So having this guy here with a pretty damn, Chad jawline, I would say, you got the defined Chad jawline, wouldn't really be a mask presenting pretty, they would consider this a form of male aggression, a show of power. You have to remember, guys, one of the big reasons that people like Destiny and Vosh got really popular when they did was because something that they excelled at was sort of expressing that passionate, angry dude bro power but for left-wing ideals, something that typically was only seen being done by shrill femoid feminists all the time. Expressing booming power is something that men will respect, but when women do the exact same thing, literally the same words coming out of their mouth, it comes off as shrill feminist bitching propaganda. I hate to say it, but sometimes it does take hearing the exact same words from a man to break some dudes out of this shit. Some people, just generally, women are prone to this sexist thought process as well.
But he kept his team.
I'll stand with you.
He fucking sprayed!
No, you don't spray.
How could you spray with a sniper, bro? What the fuck?
It's a sit and wait position.
I'm saying that's
I understand about slaughtering children and slaughtering women and things like that. That's not right. No, it's not. Okay. Do you realize what's going on in Germany and Sweden and Europe right now?
That's wrong. That's
Do you
dead
realize
wrong.
what's going on now?
That's dead wrong, and they have the same fascist, extremist ideals going on.
So I'm pretty sure this guy is referencing a very common talking point back during the 2015, 2016, 2017 era, that Sweden and Norway and all of these beautiful, pure, white Nordic countries where they all have blue hair and blonde eyes are being invaded by these brown North African and Middle Eastern immigrants that are coming, and they're raping all the women, and there's these rape gangs going around Sweden, and if you're a white woman with blonde hair and blue eyes, you better watch out, because those brown people are coming to raping. They're coming to rape you. Like, that was legitimately the perspective that a lot of people had of what was going on in, like, Nordic countries at that time. Sweden is just the rape reporting capital of the world. As it turns out, it's just that Sweden, for many particular reasons, a lot of complicated reasons, Sweden has a higher rate of reporting for when it comes to rape. Rape does not happen at a higher rate in Sweden. It is just that people who are raped, usually women, tend to feel more confident in coming forward about it. They kind of have an opposite issue as Romania. Like, in Romania, like, a woman who's been raped can go up to the cops and be like, hey, I've been raped, and the cops will laugh her off. In Sweden, it is very much not the case. Sweden is very much Andrew Tate's worst nightmare.
In Germany, all over Europe, it's dead wrong.
Do you
know what it's caused by? It's caused by desperation of white people.
Check
People are afraid.
Oh my god, we got the star of the show. The main character has just been revealed.
Everybody listen to him.
I'm white!
Okay,
My mother's white!
It's okay.
My mom agrees! Y'all are fucking tripping!
We're not having
Y'all are fucking tripping!
We're not having a racist.
Nobody's racist!
We're not having
Y'all are racist! I'm not. You are racist too! You came up to me out of
No. I'm not racist. I'm not a mixed.
Dude, that's what I said. Listen.
I like how she's literally laughing at the situation she's seeing, but apparently she's the triggered one.
Listen to this, man, because you said,
Okay, so you understand what's going on in Europe. Sweden right now is entertaining the idea of making a female-only pools because they can't control the amount of rapes that are going on, right? Women are going out to clubs. This woman goes out to a club by herself. 5 men are surrounding this woman in a club, walking her out of the club to a back car alley, in a car in the back alley. They're raping this woman and releasing her, right? She goes to the media. Media in Europe is telling women, do not go out past 9 o'clock at night. You are getting you're getting people that.
Also, I should mention, by the way, the vast majority of rapes do not happen like random guy on the street pins you against a wall in a back alley while you're walking to your car and rapes you. The vast majority of rape and sexual assault is in fact done by somebody that the victim already knew. It's usually coercion, date rape, like kidnapping, it is usually not like the start of a Law and Order SVU episode. That happens, coworkers and colleagues, like it's usually not just like the random guy hanging out in the back of the alley. That's very much a movie TV thing,
They can't go out. Women can't go out dressed like this because she's being provocative. Because she doesn't have.
Girls are not allowed to wear skirts to school anymore in Germany because it might tempt the migrants to rape them.
Why should Sweden have to change its idea?
This man just said exactly to that. The women in Sweden can't wear skirts because they'll tempt the migrants into raping them. And he said exactly. Bro. Oh, look. She kind of looks a little grossed out by that. Maybe she is triggered. We got her, guys. We got her.
Ideas of making a female-only swimming pool to accommodate to another
You're accommodating for something that doesn't exist. There's not rapists coming into just because they're refugees doesn't mean they're fucking rapists.
But they're raping people in Germany.
My parents are immigrants.
I got a story.
I love the implication that there's just these like immigrant rapists just like going to the pools in Sweden and just attacking the random women just hanging out of the pool. You know, like it's like, yeah, this is literally the same level of logic as the TERFs that think that like men are dressing up as women to go into women's restrooms and locker rooms to like sexually assault women in there. Like as if there's some sort of biometric scanner that you have to walk through when you go into the bathroom and it determines you're like, oh, do you think you're a woman? Okay, you can come in. Like, do they think that like when somebody who is like presenting as a man walks into a woman's bathroom, they just get like vaporized? It's like a vampire entering a church. They just light on fire and turn to dust. This is hallowed ground. Penises cannot enter the woman's restroom.
My parents are immigrants.
I got a story.
My fucking parents are immigrants. No, not even a fucking big percentage. Tiny.
How many women in the U.S.
get raped? Do you know how many?
1 in every 3
Fuck
women.
ton, a
That
fuck
means
ton.
that all Americans.
That's a crisis. There's a rape crisis. Exactly.
Wait, that's what she was literally making a point that like the average anti-SJW back then would agree with. Wait. Holy shit, yeah, she was just making the face. She said 1 in 4 women in the US have been raped or sexually assaulted, so by that logic, do you think that all men in the US are rapists? Of course they're not. Like, this is literally the type of argument that the anti-SJWs back in, like, 2015, when this happened, would have agreed with. Man, I feel more bad for this lady than I already did, finding out that, like, I don't know. I definitely would have felt bad even if she was exactly the same way the video, like the meme would lead you to believe. But knowing that it was literally just her speaking pretty normally, like I guess she was a little loud to get over the loudness of people yelling and talking, but she wasn't even screaming or getting angry. This person here is screaming and getting angry. The person to the left, right up against the camera. But like the lady that got the meme made of her isn't. All right, let's watch. Let's see the whole thing uncut.
My parents are immigrants.
I got a story.
My fucking parents are immigrants. No, not even a fucking big percentage. Tiny.
How many women in the U.S.
get raped? Do you know how many?
1 in every 3
Fuck
women.
ton, a
That
fuck
means
ton.
that all Americans.
That's a crisis. There's a rape crisis. Exactly.
But if you look at a lot of the rapes that are being reported, that is not a fact.
Wait, she's triggering him. Wait. Holy shit. It was all copium. She's doing the DreamWorks smile thing at him. And he's getting mad and yelling at her. Bro. She's literally just calm and expressive. Yeah, that's all it takes is just looking triggered in one image and they can just use you as a thumbnail for like the next 6 years. It's the facial expressions that make her seem more angry and cope. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it was just her being expressive. She doesn't sound angry or triggered at all.
I love you all. I want you all. I love you all. I love you all. All of you.
Let me ask you this. Okay, in Italy, there was an 11-year-old boy at a swimming pool, right? Got viciously raped by a Syrian refugee.
I don't want to hear about this anecdote. I don't need your anecdote.
Because you don't want to hear the
Your anecdote.
So this was back in the day of the anecdote data is the plural of anecdote age of conservative, propaganda. So they still make their propaganda in the same way, but they don't outright say it anymore. So Lauren Southern actually said this in her debate with Destiny way back in the day. That became sort of a meme. Data is the plural of anecdote, which she used as an argument in response to Destiny saying, I don't want to hear your anecdotes about bad things that happened. I want to see data. I want to see data that suggests there's a problem here, not you telling me a dozen stories and, vaguely suggesting that this is a part of a larger trend that's an issue. And he called that out. And, but from that point on, it seemed like the left got a little bit more on top of calling out the fact that the right was literally just using anecdotes as the basis of all of their argumentation. They don't have any data or facts to back up anything they claim to be like a major cultural issue that's getting worse, right? But that's a point in favor of Destiny. I mean, back then, yeah. What are you talking? This is from 2017 or like 2016 when this debate happened. We're talking about a long time ago, my dude. We're not talking about like today, Destiny.
Because you don't want to hear the truth.
You're trying to use a fallacy.
We'll change the whole subject.
We'll
change the whole
evidence,
subject.
not an anecdote. I need evidence.
Okay, so we'll change the whole subject. Let's talk about the border.
I don't care about the Syrian refugees. If
Let's
somebody
talk
gets
about
raped
the
here,
border then.
send them to jail.
Let's talk
That
about
doesn't
the
mean
wall.
you can stop everyone
We'll
from coming
change the
in.
subject. The whole Syria.
The wall is bullshit.
Okay.
Who's gonna build a fucking wall across the
I like how all the Trump supporters start jumping and chanting, build the wall, build the wall. It didn't get built. People sad.
Another thing coming if you think
Mexico
Mexico's
has
paying
a
for
wall.
shit.
Mexico has a wall on its southern border.
Mexico better build a wall for Trump.
Oh yeah. Do you guys remember when the talking point was that Mexico wanted the wall? That's an old talking point. Remember, the narrative is always changing. The lies are always changing. Who remembers back when the narrative was that Mexico wants the wall? They want the wall. They want to pay for it. They're begging for the wall. Yeah, remember that? Yeah. The lies are ever changing. It really is cool going back and watching these like preserved videos from back in the day. And it's like getting like a drilled out core of the earth and being able to see like the layers of stone and sediment completely preserved as like a timeline of history. We can watch as like the right actively gaslights society by lying and changing their propaganda and then saying, no, you're insane. You're fucking the left is crazy for saying that we believe this or that. Back in my day, Zan, stop. I am doing back in my day. That is true. There's 30-second memes of the shitty wall they built getting blown over by the wind. Yeah, isn't it like just a bunch of slats out in the middle of the desert that like a small child could probably squeeze in between? And that like there's tons of videos of people just doing that very simple like use like you just do this to climb up because it's built in a way that makes that particularly easy, or a rope or a ladder or throwing like things over it because it's not that tall. Yeah, go see the fence. Okay.
You got me fucked up.
Do you know what Mexico's immigration laws are?
Build that wall! Build that wall! Build that wall! Build that wall!
These people would then go on to stage an entire attempted coup at the Capitol.
Build that wall! Build that wall!
The wall did not get built. This was before Trump got elected, by the way. I'm pretty certain this was before Trump was elected.
And I think that like it's totally valid. And I'm sorry that so many people came. Like,
But let me ask the question though. Go ahead. No, I'll ask the question.
I'm just saying that. Thank you guys, and I'm sorry that so many people circled one person because you can't have a conversation with a group.
It's all good. I'll probably be on the news later. So
No, it's good. But do you know what Mexico's immigration law is? Do you know what Mexico's immigration law is? When
no
you
one wants to go, but the difference is that.
I'm pretty certain this is the guy. Is this the guy, the really short dude that lost his mind in the bagel shop or the donut shop? You know that guy killed himself, right? The short dude who lost his mind in that store, he killed himself. This guy looks a lot like him. He went on PKA and did an interview after that video of him having a meltdown went viral. He went on PKA for a short appearance, and this guy looks a lot like him. Is this him? Is this that guy? The short dude who lost his mind in the bagel shop? Which video? Hold on, We gotta do a forensic analysis here. He really does look like this guy, who, I should warn you, did end up killing himself.
Why is that okay? Why is it okay for women to say, oh, you're 5 feet on dating sites? You should be dead? That's okay?
Okay, he doesn't have the tattoo, so I don't think it's this guy. But I'm still gonna play the rest of this video, because this should be representative. This is real triggered. That lady was not triggered. This is what real triggered looks like.
Who said that to you here? Nobody.
Women
I know, I feel bad for this guy. I do too. I definitely do feel bad for him, but then I watched him on PKA, and by the sounds of it, he's always been kind of a piece of shit. Like, it doesn't seem like this was, like, this... It doesn't seem like he became an asshole who does this kind of thing because of entirely the way he was treated. Like, he tells stories about, like, when he was younger, and he just doesn't sound like a nice person. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the dude yelling in the video just reminds me of that guy. Anyway, now we know the, now we know the lore behind, the classic triggered face. I actually do think that it's ironic as fuck that one of the most iconic images the right uses to strawman the left, in and of itself, is based entirely on a lie and a misrepresentation. I feel like there's no more of a poetic way to describe Gamergate. That image really was like the poster of Gamergate. If you could take like the Gamergate movement and put like their culture onto a poster, I feel like that image of her being like, would be front and center, right? Would it not? And yet the entire imagery was based on a lie and a misrepresentation. How poetic of that to be the representation of Gamergate, a movement that was entirely a misrepresentation and overblowing of this supposed onslaught of insane feminists having mental breakdowns and destroying all of our media. That and Big Red. Oh yeah, we've covered the Big Red debate on stream before, and Big Red was not even making it, like, Big Red was making good arguments. Big Red wasn't even wrong. Oh, what tangled webs they weave. I know, right? And the funny thing is, like, the comments. Came here expecting to find crazy. She's actually just friendly and talkative the whole time. She totally didn't deserve that meme. 821 likes. She's not angry at all, Lamau. She just had intense facial expressions, and I can relate to that struggle. 458. Like that that girl didn't deserve to become a meme. She was actually super chill. She just makes really animated faces. Wow, I was really trying to find the origin of this meme, and now having seen the interaction, I feel bad that she got labeled like that. She wasn't at all over the top or acting crazy. She was super chill, actually. Her expression is so quick that it's hard to get it without downloading the video and doing a frame-by-frame. Poor usage. She seems a really cool person, very calm, just pointing out her opinion. I feel bad for the short-haired girl. She wasn't even that angry, and now people are making fun of her. Triggered Feminist was pretty reasonable and level-headed, and someone actually went through it frame by frame to make her look nuts because they were so totally not triggered, but actually a little upset by her position. Wow, she's actually very chill, and even was right about what she was saying. Damn, this meme did not age well at all. Damn you, internet, you did her dirty. This is the first time I've actually seen the video. I'm now amazed to discover that she actually isn't anywhere near as furiously angry as the meme image made me think she was. Came for the meme, stayed for the content. She's actually pretty level-headed in this vid. The lack of eyebrows and eyelashes made her face look angry. The world made a meme of the wrong person. She was super chill. The girl probably got her life ruined because of all the dumb memes made out of her. She was probably the most civilized person out of the whole protest. Trigger girl wasn't really triggered at all. I feel so sorry for the girl in the red shirt. She was really calm during the discussion, but that 1 second of triggered face made her into a crazy SJW feminist. Isn't this just perfectly demonstrative? This feels like... Doesn't this feeling almost feel like when you watch the... How I Escaped the Alt-Right Rabbit Hole videos and seeing people's realizations set in that they've been lied to? That these people knowingly lied and ruined this lady's life to make her into a laughingstock on the internet, to make her the face of an entire straw man of the left as a political movement, and it was entirely based on a lie? I wonder what else they might be lying about. With all that said, if you enjoyed this segment, please consider leaving a like. It really does help out the channel, my videos, and everything else quite a lot. And of course, if you want to see more from me online, you can follow my social medias, all linked down below in the description, including my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and my fan Discord. And of course, if you want to follow my social media, you can obviously do so, but you can also support me financially, if you got the money for it and you don't need it for anything else, by donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or supporting me financially through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, or even through Patreon. With all that said, thank you so much for watching, no matter how you support me. I really appreciate it, and have a good one.